Hey everybody, in this video we're going to focus on fire safety, preparedness, and evacuation of your resident. No matter if you're in a townhome, a condo, a hotel room, and even an apartment, this will be great tips for you. And again, I will be doing more write-ups and more videos. Just check here on the YouTube channel and also my Facebook page for more additional information when it comes to fire preparedness and safety. Right now I am on vacation and I'm staying in a hotel room that kind of resembles like a little townhome. So I felt this would be a great video to make resembling your home, okay? Right now I am standing in the middle of three rooms, basically. Sitting in the middle of a kitchen, like a little kitchenette, a dining room, a living room, and off to the area is the bathroom. So I'll kind of give you what I'm talking about here. There's a little bit of a kitchenette, and scroll over here, the living room. Scroll over here, the little bit of a dining room. And then here's a little bit more to the front door. And then it leads up to the steps to the second floor where additional bedrooms are. And of course, we have the bathroom. So as you can see, this looks like a typical home. Now, when it comes to fire safety, you want to make sure you have fire extinguishers and smoke detectors. In a situation like this, where you have all the rooms connected together, it's okay to have one smoke detector. But if you have individual rooms, like living room is kind of offset from the dining room or offset from the kitchen, you want to have a smoke detector in each one of those rooms. But since all these rooms are connected together, one smoke detector will be okay. I also recommend having a fire extinguisher. And this fire extinguisher is located here underneath the sink. You can see it right behind the paper towels. There's a fire extinguisher fully charged and ready to go. You can have a fire extinguisher, and I do recommend you having a fire extinguisher in your kitchen as well. And you can place it underneath the sink like that, or in a corner on a counter, somewhere close by, so you can go, come in and grab it if need be. You don't need necessarily, unless you want to, necessarily put it on a rack like you would see in public places. Now, what if there is a fire in this area and you need to escape, but you can't go out the front door? You can utilize the windows. I don't recommend jumping out of a window that's more than 2 stories. Unless you get one of those escape ladders. And those escape ladders can be purchased at a retail store. I think you can find them in the hardware stores, but I'm not 100% sure. I would contact your local fire department or your local emergency management agency to find out where you can get those escape ladders. And some people travel with them. So when they're in like high-rise buildings, for temporary stays, like a hotel, something happens, they actually will put it out the window and escape down. There are reports that people will do that. So that's something I would look into if you live above the second floor. So from the second floor down, of course, I would recommend going out the window. And as you can see out this window here, it doesn't look that far down. A child can even jump down if you catch the child down below. So it's not much of a jump at all. To go out the window, most windows will just pull open. You just knock the screen out and you can slip through, or if it need be, take an object and throw it against the window and it should break. Now, the front door, of course, is where the best place to go if you can is escape. And out here, you go down the steps here and across the street down there, if you could just see, I'm sorry about the sun, is a, sorry about that. go down the steps here in this residence, and then go across the street would be a good area for a meeting place. Have a designated place that's away from your residence, and it could be in a neighborhood or a school, something that's just a couple blocks away, so everybody could meet up and be accounted for. And as you can see, you go down the steps in this residence, and then you go across the street would be better. I wouldn't go the opposite way because there's more of a parking lot. You're going to be running into more of the fire if this place was on fire, and also for the fire apparatus that might be around as well. So you want to kind of get away from that area. And again, I'll explain more of that in detail later on. Go up the steps. And again, the bedrooms are up here on this second level. Here is like the stair, I call it the stairwell area, which is between the first and the second floors. And as you can see out here is a window a little bit higher. I probably wouldn't recommend jumping out of this window. And this will be a good window for an escape ladder if need be. And now we go up to the here. You can see there's a smoke detector. And yes, I do recommend having a smoke detector in and near the stairwell. Okay, on the second level, and I apologize for lights and the sunlight and everything. All right, we're going to go into a bedroom here, and I apologize that there is no light in here. Gotta go on the other side of the room. In this room, as you can see, there is no smoke detector. Now, in this case, I recommend, and fire departments do recommend, having a smoke detector inside the bedroom and outside the bedroom. In this case here, there's only one smoke detector on the second level, which is good, but if you have the door closed like this, you may not hear the smoke detector outside. That's why it's good to have it in here, just in case the smoke starts to wither inside, like the crack here of the door, that can set off the detector. Now in this area, where's the smoke detector, is basically where I showed you, right about the stair level. I do recommend having a smoke detector not only outside the bedrooms, but also inside the bedrooms. The fire department recommends when you sleep at night, close your doors, because God forbid there's smoke or fire out in the hallway outside your door, you're protected inside. Okay? You're protected inside. You can lay low. You could take sheets from your bed, shirts, whatever, clothing, wrap it around the bottom of the door to keep the smoke from the other side. Now we have cell phones, which is great. Make sure you have your cell phone with you at night. I usually have mine when I'm sleeping right next to my bed, just in case I need it. And that's a good thing to do, because if, God forbid, there is a fire in your home and you're in your bedroom, you got your cell phone, contact the fire department, and you can tell them exactly where you are. And here's a window here. Again, you can see it's a distance. I would not recommend jumping out that window. Again, great for that. And I always keep, like I said, keep my shoes next to my bed or slippers, and because you don't want to go outside barefoot, even though a lot of people do in a fire, because it just takes seconds for that smoke alarm. Oh my gosh, there's a fire in my house. I'm going out the door, and you forget your shoes because you're just so mindset on getting out safely. And I'll talk more about that as time goes on as well. And now I'm going to show just really basically, if there is a fire outside in the hallway, outside your door, Okay, it's the middle of the night, and it's the middle of the night. Smoke alarm is going off. Don't automatically open the door. Do not automatically open the door. What you want to do, the door with the back of your hand and kind of go like this. And if you feel, or down here, that it's cool, then there's probably no fire on the other side of that door. If it's warm, don't touch the door, especially the handle. Because you touch that handle, this handle right here will be very hot and you could burn your hand. That's why they tell you the back of your hand, because if you look at your palm of your hand, there is very little skin on your palm of your hand. So if you touch it like this, it will burn the palm of your hand very quickly. That's why you're a little bit more stiffer with your skin on the back of your hand. And again, if it's cool to the touch, you can open up the door and escape. If you do not feel coolness and it's warm or smell smoke, keep the door closed. Again, grab some sheets, clothing, or if you've got a bathroom with towels, especially wet your towels and put it down in the crack, especially down here at the bottom. You can even, if you can, on the side of the doors, even to the top of the door, cracks, and seal that up really good until the fire department arrives. Again, and when you call 911 on your cell phone, just let them know exactly where you are, because that's important to get you out safely. They'll bring a ladder to your window. Regarding pets, I have a cat, and with me, when I go to bed, I kind of block off areas so I'm kind of close to my cat. I don't always let my cat in my room because he's a little vicious. So he kind of roams around in the hallway, but I kind of got him trapped in an area where he's near me. So if something would happen, I can grab the cat and take him with me. So always know where your pets are in the middle of the night. I know we're sound asleep and we don't always know where our pets are. We don't know where they are. We don't hear them. And sometimes we're in a frantic panic mode and we just kind of forget, oh my gosh, I forgot my pet. So always know where your pets are. And again, I'll explain that more in detail as time goes on. Also, if you have any physically challenged or elderly family members living with you, I will have a special video and a write-up talking and explaining about that, what to do and how to prepare for that as well. And again, pets, what to have with you nearby in case, sorry, I'm walking down the steps here. In preparation for you in case of a fire. So this is just basic stuff that you want to have. Again, smoke detectors, know the placements, know where to put them, your fire extinguishers. I would also recommend, I forgot to mention, have a fire extinguisher upstairs as well. You could put that again in a closet or in a hallway, in a bathroom, underneath the sink. Again, know exactly where that is so you can grab it. And that way you're safe. Again, thank you for taking the time and listening to this video regarding just basic fire safety of your residents. And again, I'll have some write-up on the bottom of this video on the YouTube channel and also write-up on Facebook. And look for more, and I'm going to go through detailed sections on how to use a fire extinguisher, better placements of smoke detectors, again, how to prepare your pets for a fire, how to prepare the elderly and especially challenged. So I do an overall overview and then I break it down. So stay tuned for more information coming up in the future. Again, stay safe. Make sure you get those fire extinguishers in your home. and no smoke detectors. That's what's important. And take care and stay safe, everybody.